You realise you're dancing with a...
When Penelope Featherington started attracting the attention of Lord Debling, it was as if a switch flipped inside Colin Bridgerton. For 2 entire seasons, Colin had made Penelope jealous with his actions, blissfully unaware of her bottled-up feelings. But now, the tables have turned. The moment Penelope caught the eye of another suitor, Colin's jealousy began to simmer, eventually boiling over in a spectacularly dramatic fashion. The pinnacle of this emotional upheaval came in the carriage scene. Colin climbed into the carriage with Penelope, his mind racing. He struggled to dissuade her from considering marriage to Lord Debling, grasping at any argument he could muster, even though he knew deep down that Debling was a decent match. His jealousy was palpable, his usual charm replaced with a frantic urgency.
You cannot marry that man. He will leave you, and he is too particular.
At the ball, after receiving news from his mother that Lord Debling intended to propose to Penelope,
That was rather quick.
Colin, who had initially sworn not to attend, hastily arrived to sabotage Debling's plans. Interrupting their dance, he sought a moment with Penelope. However, instead of seizing the opportunity to confess his obvious feelings, he stumbled through weak arguments against Debling, only to realise Penelope was already aware of the arguments, resulting in an embarrassing moment for him. In episode 2, Colin's jealousy first surfaced when he encouraged Penelope to engage with someone at the ball. While he wanted to see her make an effort, he appeared less than impressed when she had a successful and enjoyable conversation with Lord Remington. Although he didn't overtly express his jealousy, his facial expressions betrayed his feelings. Perhaps he was beginning to contemplate the idea of losing her. After their first kiss, Colin's feelings for Penelope became undeniably clear to himself, and so did his jealousy. Merely at the mention of Penelope's name, his mood visibly shifted. In this instance, the mere thought of someone else potentially having her ignited his jealousy.
She will find herself a husband in no time.
Yes. That is, of course, the hope.
After enduring humiliation and rejection from almost every member of the ton, Penelope finds solace in Lord Debling's company. He not only praises her courage for taking risks, such as enlisting a friend to help her find a husband, but also genuinely makes her smile. Their lively conversation catches the eye of Colin from across the room, whose jealousy simmers as he periodically casts painful glances their way. At the sweet shop, Penelope excitedly shares with Colin her newfound connection with Lord Debling, recounting how he has taken an interest in her and expressing admiration for him. However, Colin's reaction betrays his inner torment, unable to conceal his anguish any longer.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Colin's throat must be feeling parched by now, as it seems every time he sees Penelope with Lord Debling, all he can do is gulp in a futile attempt to quell his rising jealousy. As Colin exerted himself to rescue everyone from the balloon, he couldn't help but notice Lord Debling's singular focus on protecting Penelope. The intensity of their proximity during that alarming incident left Colin once again feeling heartbroken. Unaware of the unintended consequences, Colin's motivational speech about courage inadvertently pushed Penelope closer to Lord Debling. Inspired by his words, Penelope decided to be authentic and open with Lord Debling, ultimately winning him over Cressida and leaving Colin to grapple once more with his jealousy. Just as Colin gathers the courage to confess his feelings to Penelope, Lord Debling interrupts and whisks her away, leaving Colin crestfallen and frustrated. As Lord Debling and Penelope gracefully take to the dance floor, moving in sync to the haunting melody of Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever, Colin stands in the corner, mirroring Penelope's previous solitary stance from seasons 1 and 2. With a heart heavy with emotion, he watches them, his own heartache palpable in the air. Colin's jealousy resurfaces once again as he sees Penelope and Lord Debling together in the library, their happiness evident. The intensity of his jealousy drives Colin to seek solace in a whorehouse, hoping to release some pent-up frustration. However, even in that setting, he finds himself unable to perform, his mind consumed by thoughts of Penelope. When the whorehouse failed to alleviate his distress, Colin sought refuge with his fellow rakes at the club, drowning his sorrows in copious amounts of drink. In his inebriated state, he ended up boring his friends with motivational speeches, unable to escape the torment of his unrequited feelings for Penelope.